I don't like that. I hate that, actually. Hate's a strong word, but I hate that. Generic intro into that goes. We're back with some more Game Theory Five Nights at Freddy's. Today we're doing the Killer's Promise, where it looked like an animatronic has taken somebody's skin and put it over their face, or their head, took their face, and now it's on their face, and it looks very droopy and doesn't fit in. Very, very, very terrifying. You want to check out last week's video, which actually was not a game theory video. It was a brief history on the history of Five Nights at Freddy, which was very, very out of date, but it taught me a lot about Scott and how he had like games that failed in the past, and people said they were creepy, so like a last-ditch effort he made FNAF, and it took off, and how big of a troll he is, which I absolutely love that. You want to check my reaction out, I'll leave it right up there, also linked down below in the description. Also, I'm pretty sure it's on a playlist on my channel with all my other FNAF game theory videos. You want to check those out. I've only ever played the first game. There's 2 videos on my channel me playing that. I do not like scary games, so you probably enjoyed those videos. But this one's gonna be very, very spooky. Thank you so much for the support you've shown this series. If you want them a day early, become a patron for $3 a month. A month to get all of my reaction videos a day early. I'm putting out 18 videos a week. So, yeah, for $3 a month. You know, $3 a month, I'm putting out, I think you get 17 videos early because one of them is a stream VOD. But I read all your comments, so leave them down below. I hope you're subscribed. Let's go ahead and jump into this video. Also, be sure to Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke today at 5 p.m. over on Twitch. I've never played any game past the first one. Okay. My dad's calling me for some reason. It takes no sense. He knows I'm recording. Do me a favor and don't put me back together. Whenever I look into the dark, I see the puppet up close like that.
Hello, Internet.
I still don't like the puppet.
Welcome to Game Theory, 7 million theorists strong.
7 million subs? Nice.
And a lot of that is thanks to this
Also subscribe.
franchise. More often than not, when I talk to people
I'd really,
about their favorite
appreciate
episodes of
it.
the series,
I do all
it's
this myself. I read every
young,
single comment.
Old, it doesn't matter. The FNAF series was their first introduction, so I always feel a lot of pressure on these videos to deliver in a big way.
Yeah,
looking
back,
wow,
wow, 15 million views.
Favorites. Not only am I proud of the final products, but I'm proud of what they represent, as the FNAF series has been a true team effort, branching out across every person who has ever touched this
talk
channel,
about the other
spanning
theorists?
every editor
Yeah.
who's ever worked on an episode of Game Theory, getting you loyal theorists involved with pitching theories and covering
Which is
every
good.
style of theory that I personally write.
I wonder what the
IRL
view
episodes,
discrepancy
some more
was.
lore-based ones. We've used everything
Handsome
from
Jack.
books to spin-off titles, real-world math and science to source code analysis, teaser images, trailer hits, and even U.S. trademark
reflection.
data. Looking across this series,
Ooh.
it's incredible the breadth that we've gone to. And to think, I almost never covered this series to begin with. It was going to be Slender, but then you guys,
Oh,
you
God, I never
loyal
played
theorists,
Slender.
encouraged me to look into it. All based on a
Well,
simple Twitter poll.
shout
You
out
guys
to,
made it happen.
Ark
The rest
Green Wolf,
is
or
history.
whatever your name
Funny how
is.
life goes sometimes.
He commented every
Anyway,
single
like I
day
said, I feel a lot
for
of
370
responsibility in these
days,
episodes. I
asking
think
me to react to
today
this
is
series,
my
and y'all
favorite of the
loved
whole
it.
series, because now we finally have all
And
the
I'm
pieces
doing it every week.
necessary to tell a coherent plot. It's not just some corpse kids and silent puppets and mauve murderers who don't say anything.
Mauve.
We have personalities now, actual character. And
Oh,
most
God.
importantly of all,
What is...
motivation? Motivations
Is
for
it
why
actually,
a serial
like,
killer would
gameplay?
create a place like Sister Location. And believe it or not, the answer is actually quite sad.
Not purple
So the
eyes.
question of the day is, can a game make you feel sympathy for a child murderer? Because once you have the complete
Yes.
story, you might just see Purple Guy in a whole new light. One line across this entire franchise answers everything. I will put you back together.
Like I
But
said,
before we get to
don't.
all of that, let's back up a
I'm
bit.
perfectly fine
Last
with being
time we
broken.
established that William Afton, Purple Guy himself, is who you play as.
So
in
that allows
Sister
you to make
Location,
18
and the one
videos
who
a week.
eventually gets himself
And stream
spooked.
4 times
We
a
also
week.
established that he
Oh.
once had a daughter who got herself killed at the hands, or should I say, at the metal claw grip of Baby. But there is
Oh,
so
was Baby
much
jealous?
more hidden in this game than that. By playing through the game and unlocking Sister Location's secret private room, players get treated to a shocking Easter egg.
Okay,
By
it's a different
typing the
private room
date
than I know of.
1983 into the keypad.
The
beside
keypad.
windows, the static blazes to life, revealing blurry footage of the FNAF 4 house, the plush
Of the
trap
FNAF 4
hallway, Foxy's closet, and creepiest of all, the crying child's bed. We also get a clue as to how this is being done. Sitting there on the desk is none
Watching
other
children
than our
sleep?
good old
Excuse me?
friend, Psychic friend Fredbear. He's here,
He's
he's there,
there,
he's
he's
everywhere.
everywhere.
Who you gonna
Yeah.
call? Psychic friend Fredbear.
I bet it's still that one take.
And a little more plush, cradling what appears to be a remote control. Now, many have said that this is a walkie-talkie, but it is, in fact, a camera control. Notice the buttons on top. Those are switchers, allowing you to switch between the different cameras you have placed in the environment. The wheel on the bottom presumably allows you to turn the camera.
You would think it would have more than 3 camera options. Pretty poor remote design there.
FNAF 4 are just that. Fredbear plushes equipped with hidden security cameras, something mothers are using all the time these days to monitor their children, and also getting themselves hacked while doing it. See also the Watch Dogs episode. Creepy stuff. But that begs the question,
never played that game.
Why would anyone have remote monitoring of a child's bedroom programmed to run into a secret room in an underground animatronic storage facility? And also, why?
I don't know, actually.
Well, it's important to note that it's not just any house. It's a house that's connected to.
Maybe they're doing a study on the kid?
Rentals. You heard that right. Sister location is under the FNAF 4 house. During the Freddy Breaker Room Challenge, we're presented with a map of the facility.
What?
We see the entrance elevator, main hub area, and the various holding rooms branching out all around it. But what we also see, more faintly, are 3
which means it's a different floor.
Maps that should look pretty familiar to fans of this series. The plush trap hallway, the path to Fredbear's, and the crying child's bedroom from FNAF 4. No joke. Just like the vent system maps from previous games, the faded diagram would imply that all of this is located on a different level than sister location.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Above it.
Different floor.
And as we can see, not just above it, but
different way of doing that.
It. In fact, while we were too busy freaking out over the ever-nearing funtime Freddy, most
gameplay?
gamers overlooked that as a part of that minigame, we were responsible for returning power to those areas of the map. They were even labeled Observation 1 and Observation 2. Observation? Observing what? Just gets creepier and creepier. Now, before you go saying that an underground facility attached to a house is far-fetched, it's actually something supported by the book in details I guarantee everyone overlooked while reading.
Probably.
Page
There's a lot of details.
Our main character, Charlie, is outside her childhood home, which is also home to Henry, co-founder of Freddy's. While exploring her father's animatronic workshop, we get the following quote. She knelt again and put her hand on the ground, fishing around until she found a small screw in the bare dirt. She palmed it, then looked closer. There were small holes in the ground, exposed when she moved the loose dirt. Charlie ran her fingers over them, thoughtful, end quote. Tiny holes hidden under the dirt of an animatronic workshop, huh? It's an oddly specific detail that never gets mentioned again and never goes anywhere, but is one of those things
did that even mention?
Mind to tickle in. Because when I hear mysterious holes in the ground and
you think air ventilation.
Workshop, I think trap door. Hidden trap door, or
more
accurately, secret entrances. Could this be a hint as
secret
tunnel in Henry's animatronic workshop into sister location? In fact, we can prove using more details from the book that it is still being used by Afton. Earlier in that same chapter, Scott makes sure to drop a few more hints that seemingly never go anywhere. But we all know Scott better than that, right? And now that we have sister location to reference,
a troll and I love it.
Little details start to make a whole lot more sense. Quote, the benches were there where her father had assembled and tweaked his inventions, but the materials, the blueprints, and the half-finished robots that were once crammed onto every surface had disappeared. Where are they? End quote. So we have missing blueprints and partially finished bots that have just disappeared, but it continues.
Disappeared?
Charlie, John said from across the workshop. He was in the dark corner. If the skeleton had been there, it could have reached out to touch him, but it's not.
What do you mean the skeleton?
Notice the italics here. This isn't something that we're doing for effect in the video.
Robot?
This is actually straight from the book. Time and time again, Scott and the team working on this book are emphasizing these lines as though they're pointing to a greater mystery here, that someone has stolen these materials and are using them for their own devices.
To create an army.
Hidden somewhere in this world.
That thing
is a mystery that never gets solved within the pages of the book. But perhaps most importantly of all is a paragraph a few sentences later that pulls all these clues together and may finally give us an answer as to what is in the box. You know,
the box. What is
Quote,
in the box?
John was standing beside
How
her
much is
father's
what's in the box worth?
And he stepped away as she came over.
Storage
space. Charlie knelt down before it. It looked as if it had just been polished. It was made of dark, stained wood. Glossy. All the tools were polished and clean. They looked as though they had just been used that morning, wiped down and put away meticulously, like someone still cared for them.
Apparently that's how you spell meticulously. Never spelled that word before.
Missing robots, pristine tools, despite supposedly going unused for 10 years, hints at a trap door and William Afton lingering around the town in disguise. Quite simply, the pieces here
so he goes around in town
but again,
in
that's
disguise.
hints that we can glean from the book. The bigger
it sounds like somebody's
like why would Afton
hiding.
be spying on the FNAF 4 house in the games? Well, because
Have you seen the movie Parasite?
As we established last episode,
Great
you play
movie.
as Purple Guy, and each night you go back to your retro-themed house. At first, these
That's
cutscenes
bongos.
seem like they should just be absurd
God,
breaks
was
from
it
the
gourmet
spoopy
butter?
action of the main game.
Exotic butter.
The baby isn't mine.
But look closer and you notice the details of the room. In particular,
What?
a very ugly lamp. A very ugly, very familiar lamp. One that
Where
we
is that
saw
lamp scene?
in, you guessed it, FNAF 4.
FNAF 4.
In other words,
Oh.
this is Afton's house. And from his underground
they
private
had matching
room, he's
lamps?
observing his kids. Crying child, the older brother, and the girl who eventually becomes baby. As I suspected in my prediction video for this game, this truly is a sister location. A sister
I guess.
location. And from there, all the
Yeah.
parts start to fit together. So let's retell
So the
this story
sister
from the beginning now that we have all the pieces. Remember
Is
what will
this
happen if
true?
he
I don't
touches
know.
you. It's a line we hear repeated over and over again throughout
It
FNAF
sounds
4,
like
and now
what,
we know why.
like, an
Crying
abusive parent
child
would
has
be,
seen
you
Golden
know?
Bonnie
That's what
abduct
kids
children
would say to each
multiple
other.
times in the past. This moment in the back room that we all debated about whether or not it was a murder is in fact a child kidnapping. Silver Eyes proves it as it shows
Kidnapping?
that Purple Guy
Oh, so
kills
not
by
actually his
trapping
kids.
the kids in springlock suits. Quote, Carlton was wedged
What, to
inside
make
the
an
heavy
accident?
barrel-shaped torso of a mascot costume, the headless top half of some kind of animal. His arms were trapped inside
Ew.
the torso section, pinned to his sides in an unnatural position. He could
Ew.
feel pieces of metal that pressed against his back and poked him. Dave said to Carlton, if you trigger those spring locks, two things will happen. First, all the locks will snap right into you, making deep cuts all over your body. And a split
That's not
second
good.
later, all the animatronic
This-
parts they've been holding back will instantly be driven into your body. You'll die,
Oh!
but it will be slow. Having witnessed
I
a
don't know
scene
if it'd be
similar to this,
slow.
the
You
boy
can
is
stab in some very bad
justifiably
places.
terrified, trying to avoid the pizzeria at all costs. But it's kinda hard when your father is one of the owners. Meanwhile, William Afton knows that he's been found out, hence the observation monitors and security Fredbears. He needs to be sure of his
Yeah.
son's movements, even when he's at work, be it above ground or below. I mean, the guy may be a
Oh.
killer, but it's not like he could just kill
So
his
where
son,
did the-
even if he was
if the
witness
kids have a
of
bad
gruesome
dream,
murder at the restaurant.
how do they go
Afton's
get the
problem
parent?
gets solved
You know?
prematurely with the fatal
Be like,
child
"Mom, I
of
threw up."
83, a son William loved killed
Chomp.
by the very animatronics he also loved, leading us to one fateful promise. I will put you back together. We've analyzed this line a lot in past theories because it's not only the final lines of FNAF 4 and FNAF World,
Oh, God.
by making it
FNAF
super
World.
important to this franchise, but because it's also presented to us in a different color than Fredbear's yellow.
Which, apparently that was a
Someone
complete
else
accident.
talking here. And now we can finally pinpoint who said it, and more importantly,
Now, this-
why.
I don't know if this
It
is gonna
was
be true.
Afton. I will put you back together. A promise
makes
to
sense.
fix his son, a broken
Wonder if
son,
the
in
little,
only way
teddy
that
bears
he
have,
knows how.
like,
Animatronics.
microphones and speakers.
Enter sister location in the Funtime animatronics, not built for
Fun time?
entertainment or for being
Supposed to be
warned,
fun?
but built to help Purple Guy save his son. Built for capture. Although no one has yet found how to unlock them in the game, if you dig through the sister location
Wait, what?
files, you find a set of blueprints for the various animatronics,
Ooh?
outlining their size and special features. Not only are they
6'2",
enormous,
taller
topping
than
7
me.
feet in some instances, certainly bigger
I'm
than a small
6'1".
child, but they're also equipped with
I'm also
things like
150 pounds, not
360-degree
585.
tracking, parental voice mimicking, and storage tanks. Look closer at the wireframes and you see that the
Huh?
storage tank isn't quite empty. Yeah, that's a child in there, curled up, hidden in Fredbear's stomach. Captured
What?
alive, ready to
What?
be experimented on. Because
that
Purple
I
Guy
guess that
is
makes
no longer
sense.
killing to satisfy himself. He's doing it to recover his son, to figure out the secret of fusing souls into animatronics. You heard me. Afton wants to unlock the mystery of
Hold up.
giving gifts.
Are we-
giving life. And if that seems
So
like
what,
a
is he supposed to be the
stretch,
puppet
just
too?
Look at the number of sentient, independent, and
life.
fully aware robots in Sister Location. You not only have the core set, but there's also the babies and the mini
I
Reans,
hate
tens
that.
of sentient animatronics moving against their programming. And unlike
Get away
past
from me.
games where we received explanations like anti-criminal systems, dying
Yeah,
guys in murder
which-
suits, or the products
that
of a
thing is
nightmare,
so
here
spooky.
they just kinda exist. Why? Well, Baby tells us over and over in the trailer for Sister Location.
Why there's just heads there? What against you? There's
Before the game's release,
I'll go through a lot of bullets.
But now we do know what they've been through. Experiments and controlled
Holy
chaos.
crap.
I mean dozens of children captured as the Funtime animatronics executed on the programming that told them to collect. Also that Afton could learn the secret to reawaken lost
debts
souls. As we see
need
in
to be paid.
Silver Eyes, he knows it's possible as he's not shocked at all when the animatronics come to life at night. Quote, "They're home with me." Dave's voice is hoarse, and the large mascot head slid forward and tilted as he spoke. Their happiest day. All they know is that you're here
really just
trying to take away their
dressing up
happiest
like that.
day. You are intruders, end quote. And as evidenced by the animatronics crawling throughout Sister Location, he
crawling or
succeeds
he's
in his
dead?
goal. But in doing so, he pays the ultimate price, losing the second of his children, his daughter, when she ignores his warnings to stay away from the robots. A daughter whose soul goes on to possess Baby,
and then,
as evidenced by the icon
okay.
shift from blue in the minigame to green in all the other times that we ever get to see.
Whoa, and the kid
Now
definitely
flash
has
forward to
green
the
eyes.
beginning
I
of
think
Sister
that's
Location,
completely
a place
true.
where, as we're told in the trailer, memories sleep, anger is restless, and secrets don't keep. The children's spirits are mad and eager to get out, but how does a ragtag group of sentient robots escape? Even if they made it to the surface, giant endoskeletons roaming around would be like the coming of Terminator 2, and
There, you see that? That's a gun. I have 3 of those.
So they've been forced to concoct a sneakier plan to escape. They put together their individual abilities Afton programmed into them, like Freddy's voice mimic and Ballora's misdirection
350
to create a new entity,
That's a
the
beast.
collective consciousness known
that's a defensive
as
lineman.
a tangle of wires and eyeballs that serves as their fire.
Looks like Ultron.
And we know it's all the animatronics together because it refers to itself as we.
There is nowhere to go when we look like this.
As the teaser said, there was a part of him in every body. After all,
So
throughout
all
the
of
5
them?
nights Ennard uses those various skills.
I don't like that. I hate that, actually. Hate's a strong word, but I hate that.
Be sympathetic, adopting the voice of the little green-eyed girl to make us compelled to move forward and save her. But it's all a trick. And by night 5, they've cleared out all the evidence, killing the other technicians so that no one can speak of the haunted animatronics. But note that those guys haven't been scooped. They've saved that honor specifically for you.
Thanks.
The purple guy. The reason they're stuck there in the first place. Using Baby's voice, they push you into the scooping room, remove your skeleton, and inhabit your body.
I don't understand how the scooping room works.
Their escape is successful. The purple guy, the serial killer father trying to put
is
his
now
son
purple
back together,
eyes.
is killed by the exact monsters he first created. But
which
not
killed his
in an
daughter.
unhappy way. He achieved what he wanted, being reunited with his children. Page 411 of Silver Eyes. Quote, "The voice of the rabbit was smooth and rich, almost musical."
Rabbit?
Dave cocked his head to the side so that only one of his bulbous eyes could peer through the sockets. "We both wanted to love," he said in those melodious tones. "Your father loved, and now I have loved." End quote.
What?
But hey, that's
that
just
thing.
a theory.
What now, Scott?
Theory. Thanks for watching.
Welcome
back to the
Super amazing in-card tournament.
Where last
The
time I
what?
asked you whether you thought Sister Location was scary good or frighteningly
Well,
bad.
it's-
Survey said
it's almost as if YouTube-
90,000 votes for Sister Location and 30,000.
Wow, that's
against.
overwhelming.
So it looks like y'all felt that Scott got his groove back with this one. The follow-up question for today.
Well, also, if they're
which
watching this video,
animatronic
they tend
is
to
your
really be
favorite?
after.
Maybe it's the scariest. Maybe it's the one you most identify with. Maybe it's the one you're most excited about yiffing. Hey, no judgment here. You yell and sniff all you want. Whatever your reason,
Yell
just
and
click
sniff?
on one.
What?
At this point, there's like 1,000, so let's just narrow it down to the essentials, and you can include all versions of that
Ooh,
character. So here we go.
I'm not
Your
gonna have an
options
answer to
are
this.
Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy/Mangle, Golden Freddy/Fredbear,
nah.
Springtrap, and Baby. Apologies to all you Balloon Boy and
Probably-
Laura fans out there.
No.
Seriously, though, are you
Probably
out there?
Golden
Like,
Freddy?
Those two in particular just don't fit
Or
in.
Friend
Anyway,
Friend
click on one of the
Fredbear?
options to cast your vote. And once you're
Wow,
done, you have
if
two
only that was a
options.
really cool
Number
feature
one, go and
that was
check
still
out the
around, but
FNAF
YouTube took away, I'm
playlist
pretty
on the
sure.
channel. Binge watch that
Just
stuff,
like,
because
you know,
honestly, it's a lot of
dislikes,
fun to look
you
back
know,
at those old
like so many
videos
other
and
things.
see just how far we've all evolved in our thinking about this game. Each episode
gonna be a
is
long
like
journey.
little
It's gonna be a great
time
one, though.
capsule. And you're like, oh yeah, I remember when there was only 4 animatronics and everyone was like, whoa, Golden Freddy is blowing my mind right now. Or
Yeah.
Option 2, if you're looking for a break from FNAF, might I recommend to you Salad Fingers over on the
Oh
Theory
God,
channel.
I
Seriously,
like
if you
Rusty
FNAF, then
Spoons.
you will love my Salad Finger theories. It's creepy, it's mysterious.
I think I
and
only
it
saw
is
like the
ripe
first
for
one or
theorizing.
two, maybe.
And
I don't
it's
know. It
brand
was
new with
old in the
part 2
day.
of that theory
Like,
coming
really,
out
really old.
today, assuming you're one of the people watching this theory the day it comes out. In fact, you know what?
I'm not.
There's a link to go directly there. It's
Because
perfect
this
viewing
uploaded
for
on my mom's
Halloween
birthday,
weekend.
actually.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some
2016.
Mario theories in the works
6 years
that have
ago.
been on the back burner because of FNAF. So get ready for those. Enough jump scares for one
And I'll be
Halloween.
streaming
It's
at 5
time
p.m. today
to
when
move
Pokemon
on
Platinum
to
does
some
live.
new
You're watching on
theories.
Wednesday.
See ya next week.
Yeah, well, he puts these videos out every week for FNAF game theory? There's no way he puts one of these videos out every single week. Also, which one of those characters is your favorite? I read every single comment, so leave them down below. I don't think I'm going to do this video just because it's 5 minutes long, so I guess the next one's going to be we were wrong about the bite. I have no idea. He's been wrong in the past, and I have no idea. There were a couple things in this, I think, for sure. Like the whole daughter getting, like, controlling baby, switch from the eyes. I think that's probably for sure. I could be completely wrong. No, what do I know? I've only played the first game. I've never even seen gameplay of the other games outside of, game theory. But I really enjoyed this video. This is actually one of the better ones I think that I've actually watched. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you're subscribed to see all my future videos. There's a playlist on my channel with all these. You want to check them out. But until next video, take care and cue the music.
We were playing that song.